What's going on, guys? Today is July 31st. It is the end of July, and today was a pretty bad day. Pretty bad day to end July on, to be completely honest. But because of the fact that it was so bad, it's a good way to reset. I'm making this video completely raw to reset and get ready for August, and we're going to make a couple changes going into August, just because I'm happy with my progress from July, but there's definitely some changes that need to be made if I really want to achieve what I want to achieve in August. So we're going to go through that today. We're going to go through the mistakes that I made. And to be completely honest, this was the only day in August where I really had like a bad psychology, bad actions day. Whereas in the past, there's been times where I would do this like on a weekly basis. And because of that, I'm proud of myself for that. And overall, performance wise in July, I definitely grew, but this was not a solid way or display of what I've learned, and not the way that I want to end this out. So we're going to end it out doing at least one right thing, and that's going to be making a video explaining what I did wrong and how we're going to change that in July, so I can hear myself and watch it back so that I know what I need to do. So, what did I do wrong today? All right, so I took an L of a trade that I thought looked really good, and turns out it wasn't as good as it could have been. I asked Blake and he said it was A rated, but that loss took a lot out of me and led me to take another trade, which ended up blowing my eval because I'm over risking on evals right now to try to pass them to get to that funded stage. And I then blew that eval, decided to make an even worse decision, buy another 50K, which I'm pretty sure wasn't even that much, like maybe $99 or like $80. I don't even remember if I used the coupon code or not. Regardless. And then I decided like fuck eval stage. Like I literally just want to get to the funded stage so that I can start properly risking. Because I'm over risking right now on eval stage because I just want to get past it, even though like I haven't passed an eval stage in a long time, probably since I haven't legitimately passed an eval stage ever, like using proper risk. And it's because I always tell myself like, hey, I just want to pass the eval stage and get out of the way, and then I'll start properly risking once I'm actually funded. So I'm just like, fuck the eval stage. And then I just bought a 50K and just shorted it and was like, all right, we're just going to let this run. It will probably pass. I bottom ticked this entire run lower. Check this out on it. I bottom ticked. I entered right here. And there's a max daily loss limit on these challenges for Alpha Futures, which is the current prop firm that I'm using. So I do still have the account, and I can still technically pass it. I don't know if I'm going to, like, how I'm going to play that. Honestly, I might just still full port it tomorrow. And that's because I'm going to forget about that account. Just ignore the really bad decisions that I made today. Not ignore them. Not to forget either. Understand the bad decisions that I made today. Leave them in the past and learn from them. And I'm going to buy 100K and properly risk it to show that I can properly pass an account without having to worry about this 50K anymore. I just want to leave it in the past. And I want to properly risk every single day all throughout August and see where I can get to. Because I don't even know if over an extended amount of time properly risking I am actually profitable. Have I even reached that point yet? Because I only take a couple trades a week, and I don't win very often. So how do I know that I'm even going to be profitable once I pass an eval? Once I get that lucky time where I somehow pass an eval on 1 to 2 trades back to back, over leveraging, how do I know that I'm not just going to blow it in 3 to 5 trades, properly risking once I'm actually funded? I'll just beat myself up even more because I'm losing too much money during these eval stages to be over risking. I'm not profitable yet. And so I need to actually properly risk, even if it takes that extra time, just to show that I can do it, because I don't know if I can. I've excelled technically a lot in July, but I don't know if I'm all there yet in terms of still identifying a setup every single day that presents itself. And I don't know if I'm there fully to actually be profitable during the actual funded stage. So that's what I did wrong today. It was blowing that account, buying another one, hitting the daily loss limit on that too. And so we're gonna start properly risking even on the eval stage to show that I can do it, because I've wasted so much money and time on evals, and I don't think I've ever actually taken an eval seriously ever, which is really like bad. I think the one time that I did take an eval actually seriously, I might have actually made some progress with it, but then eventually just crashed out because it was taking too long. But now that I have my technicals up there, I think it's possible for me to actually pass one if I actually gave it the time and effort. Regardless, let's take a look at the trade that I took today. So this was today's trading day. I was bullish on the day, and this was the setup of the day. This is the setup that Blake took, and it's a fire setup, I guess. I personally didn't think it was that good, but it was this long right here to the unfilled 5 minute, which I believe was about right there, just capturing a 1-to-1. Was there a 2 minute? I think it was just a 1 minute. Yeah, and the 5 minute was right here. So it looked a little something like this. So this was the trade. He might have actually had a stop somewhere else. I'm not exactly sure where he TP'd, but it was off this 1 minute inversion. That's the key point here. And so the reason that I didn't take this is because we have this huge dump lower, and I'm thinking, okay, this is clear invalidation of my bullish bias. If we were to be bullish, I think we would hit this new day opening gap and then continue, respect it and then continue higher. But no, we continue to just displace through it. We chop through it here, but then this move back or higher, I'm thinking, okay, this isn't enough structure for me to immediately long after this really long dump, okay? And so we come higher, and that's when we get this. We tap into this 5 minute. We open up a 15 minute here, which, yeah, so I think it was right here, actually. Yeah, so it's a 30 minute now, but so it's a 15 minute. We open up a 15 minute. We come back, trade lower. We tap into a 5 minute that's right here, and then get a 1 minute inversion. Now this is literally picture perfect for me. We show that we're bullish now by this run higher. We open up a 5 minute, respect it, get an inverse, and we have a clear target. Now, since this lost, there were a lot of there were a lot of emotions and everything. But I sent it to Ronan. I sent it to Blake. Blake said it was an A+ setup. He didn't explain why it failed because he was on live. Ronan said that there was no, I believe, valid stop raid. Yeah, no stop hunt, which I'm not exactly sure what that means. EQ of the 930 candle range, which, I mean, I never in my life would mark this out. I would typically mark out the entire range, which would be here, and we didn't hit equilibrium of that. SMT at the 930 high, which I also just ignored because I'm not really looking at this high. And then the only draw is the imbalance, which, I mean, you could say that, but we also have data highs. We also have this 30-minute up here. And I mean, this looks like we're clearly bullish now. But the takeaway that I kind of got from it that was a little bit better, because I sent this to more people, is what Bingle said. And he said that we didn't inverse any sort of 5-minute going higher, which shows like a flippin' bullish order flow. And he also said that if you look on the higher time frame of this range, which this is a lot more clear, we have hit equilibrium of the, wait. No, we didn't. What is he talking about then? Okay, I'm not sure exactly what he's talking about then when he says equilibrium. I thought he meant of this entire range. I don't even know. Regardless, yeah, I wouldn't probably mark that out anyway, but it's the 5-minute inverse going higher that shows the flip in order flow. We just didn't have that. We just didn't have a clear flip in order flow that confirmed that we wanted to go higher, and I think that's the main takeaway here. Why this worked better, still not exactly sure, but this was a mech because there was a 5-minute above. Yeah, I just didn't think that this would play out better than this. This just didn't make sense. I wanted to see something clearer. We got this clear, and I had to pay for it. And then my psychology got ruined because of it, and I had to pay for it even more. So that's that. But yeah, so because of that, I think I took, like, it was honestly the shittiest 1 minute ever. There was like pretty much no criteria behind it. I think it was this right here. We had an SMT. I think it was this 1 minute. That I took, and obviously just went straight to stop loss. But yeah, we had all this LR above, and there was an SMT right here. But the main key takeaway is that after that first trade, I should have just stopped, because then I took this really, I don't even know, setup. There was no criteria behind it, and then I took this short right here that just went straight to stop loss. Going forward, though, I think the main thing I need to learn today is that I can't only take half of it seriously. Really, I'm only taking the technical side of things seriously, and I'm not taking into account the fact that my psychology was really out of whack today, and because of that, yeah, I definitely bit the dust. I don't know why I'm using that gay ass term, but it's clear that you have to be 100% on everything. You have to take everything with 100% seriousness if you want to be profitable in this business model. And I just wasn't taking everything seriously and into account, because what I could have done today was just take this loss, understand that my technicals were wrong, and move on, not taking any other trades. I was good actually with not taking this re-entry, because I mean we had this re-entry of this resweep and then re-entry, but I didn't take that because I wanted my psychology to be good for the day. But then as I just let it eat me alive, I eventually did end up taking a trade and took that loss. So I need to recognize these things. I need to recognize the emotional state that I'm in better. I need to properly risk That way, every day I'm not thinking, okay, I did everything perfectly except for the risk, but the risk I'm going to lock in later on. No, if I just lock in everything right now, I'll never have to change anything. And I think that's the main problem that I'm having. So that's why I'm making this, and I think that this is going to be beneficial for me. I definitely needed this day to open my eyes that over leveraging these evals is just not the way to go. And I need to really focus on doing the right thing and just do it. Like, it's not that hard. Just do it. And if you have the technicals wrong, you at least know that you did everything else right, and you can't beat yourself up over that because you're learning and you're really, really close. You're really, really close. You're learning. And if you just risk properly, have the right psychology, and follow your rules, you'll succeed. You will succeed. You will succeed. You will succeed. You will succeed. Trust me. Just do everything right. Take today as a learning day. And even if you lose in the future, just know that you properly risked. Your psychology was good. Even if you're in a bad psychology state, the fact of you getting off the charts and going to take a walk or going to hit a lift, that's good psychology, even if you're in a bad mental state. And then just let the technicals do the work themselves. Continue to realize what you did wrong with every loss that you did, journal it, and move on, because after a while, man, you'll recognize these mistakes and you'll make it. You're so close. You're literally so close. The fact that I marked out this trade but decided not to take it, but still saw that this setup and this setup, in my eyes, were the only two good setups today, shows that I know what the fuck I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. There's just a reason that I didn't think this one was as good as this one. I just wanted to see something clearer. I got it, and it was a loser. And it's just because my technicals were wrong. But the fact that I knew that these two trades were the best two trades of the day shows that I know what I'm doing. Because these were the best two trades of the day. No, I didn't have the confluence for this. But that doesn't mean that I don't know what I'm doing. Okay? I just need to take this and learn from it. That's going to be about it. All right. Watch this back and really ingrain it in your head. And at the end of August, I want to see 831. I want to see that I've made true progress, true success. Because, I mean, I know I can. And today shows that I've identified these things. Now I just need to implement it. Have good habits outside of life, outside of the charts. Have good habits. Do the right thing. And it'll translate on the charts. That's going to be it. Take it easy.